Hello students, today's our topic is marketing. So let's start with the meaning of market. As you all know, market is a place where the goods are purchased or sold. For example, vegetable markets, cloth markets, fruit market. We can also say it is a place where buyer and seller actually meet for the purchase or sale. But it doesn't mean it is always a place. It may be a online, may be a offline. Whenever you are using online app for the shopping, then the market there is a platform where buyer and seller both are meeting. They meet and sell and purchase. Similarly, in case there is a meeting of buyer and seller at the geographical place, that doesn't mean it is a market. Market is always a place where there is an agreement between the buyer and seller that they are going to purchase or sell the goods. Now again, market is not a place where we only purchase or sell the goods. We also purchase or sell the services. Next is marketing. Marketing is all over the activities that will be involved for the process of buying and selling, which means a process that involves every kind of the activities where the goods and services carries from the producer to the ultimate consumer. It is kind of the gap filling bridge between the consumer and producer. If the person have a product or a services to sell them, and another person want the same activity, same the goods or services to purchase, at that time whatever they will do for the actual purchase or sale of the goods or service, that will be called as marketing. Selling means a change in the possession of the goods. Firstly, A is a seller and B is a buyer. And if the good is sell and the possession of the ownership is transfer from the seller to the buyer, that is a sale. But marketing include not only the possession, change in the possession of the goods or services, but it also include advertisement, deciding plans, how the product is to be purchased, how the product is to be prepared, produced, what will be the design of the product, consumer research, what kind of the thing consumer want, how the consumer behave when he come for the marketing, when he come for the getting the product, buying the product or the service. So marketing is a very large in scope. It's not all over the selling. Selling is a very a single activity of the marketing. So marketing include or we can say the marketing starts from the production or manufacture of the goods, and it also include the after sale services, right? You are going to produce a product, you are going to advertise your product, you are distributing the samples, you are distributing the free gifts, offers are you are giving the offers to the buyer to buy the goods, sale, exhibitions, then final delivery of the goods, delivery agents required to deliver the goods. So finally delivery of the goods, after handling the goods is provided to the buyer. Then later on, after the services for the kind of the repair and the maintenance also. So marketing is a very large involve a very large number of the activities, right? So that's why in the fourth point is said it is concerned with the handling and then transportation of the goods also. right? Now, what are the various features of marketing? The first feature of the marketing is a consumer focus. Whatever the seller is going to market or to sell the products or services, everything should be focused on the consumer. It is always a consumer oriented. What consumer want? What are the needs of the consumer? You are producing the goods as per the consumer need. So the marketing activity is always according to the consumer, because consumer is a king in the market. Number 2 is consumer satisfaction. Dear students, the marketing activity always should satisfy the consumer, and if you satisfy the consumer, definitely he will become again for the same product or for the another products or the services in which you are dealing. So the marketing activities always involve a satisfaction to the consumer. Without satisfaction to the consumer, if the consumer is not satisfied, he is not getting the value from the goods and services, he will never come to you and you will lose a consumer. Third is objective oriented. As in the management also, you studied the object. Every organization have an object. Every institution, every business have some object, main object, and that will be divided into number of the subdivided into number of the small objectives, and that everyone have to be achieved to fulfill or to find the main object. Similarly, marketing it should also be the object oriented. Take example, dear. If the business have a main object to sell the product at every doorstep of the consumer, every doorstep of the buyer, then in such a case you are not only producing the goods, but you are mainly concerned with the delivery of the product. If you find in your local area, you will find the Coca-Cola, Pepsi, that will be available at everywhere. Now the main object of that company is to provide their product at each and every area, whether that will be a rural or that will be a urban, that doesn't matter. They are handling a single person, single consumer. They provide their product in the hand of each and every person. The availability is so closer to the every person there. Okay. If you are taking the example of the Mirinda, Dew, and these kind of the cold drink, then that are not so as you find the Coca-Cola everywhere, right? Similarly, there are some business, their main object is to satisfy the consumer. They are only concerned with the satisfaction of the consumer. They are not concerned with the selling of the product. They said if we have only 10 consumer in the market, then we have to satisfy to that 10 consumer first. We are not going to attract the new customer, because satisfaction of the customer or automatically attract the other people to join with you, right? Fourth point is as marketing is an art. As I have earlier stated, it use the tactics to persuade the consumer, to persuade the person to buy their product or services. It use some kind of skills how you can persuade the person to buy their products. Similarly, it is in science. Why it is in science? Because it also apply. There are some rules, there are some laws that is also applicable in the marketing. Take example, economic law, sociology law, psychology law. Take example, economic law, like as you have already studied the economics in the +2 also, they stated the demand and supply law. You have to produce the product as per the demand. What will be the supply of the product, that will use to determine the price of the product and services. Similarly, marketing, in case of the psychology, how the customer will behave while purchasing the product. So the psychological, sociological and economical law is also applicable in case of marketing. The fifth is continue and regular activity. Marketing is not a short time activity, it is a continuous and regular activity, and you can't stop in between everywhere the marketing. It is a continuous process, it's a continuous study the behavior of the product, their needs and their demands, because you are providing the product continuously. You can't shut your business within, right? Next is exchange process. Marketing is always involve exchange process. That means the person have to give some consideration in respect of the product and services in exchange. You have to pay money for the product, you have to pay money for the services, right? So there is an exchange process. There is something between the buyer and seller, something you are giving, something you are receiving. Another thing is marketing environment. The overall marketing activities are influenced by various factors. Marketing environment, as you have already studied in the business environment, you find there are some internal and external, micro and macro level factors. Similarly, in the marketing, there are same internal, external and micro and macro level. That's same, but they here those factors are affecting the marketing environment, marketing activities. Got it? So the while determining the marketing policy, that what you are going to produce, when you are going to produce, what will the time to launch the particular product or services, that always be depend upon the environment that is surrounding outside of your business or inside of your business, right? The next step is marketing mix. Marketing mix is a combination of all the activities. Basically, it includes the product, promotion, price or services. We will discuss the same in the another topic. Another is integrated approach. It is an integrated approach. Integrated is a combination of something. It is not a single activities. As I have already stated, the selling is a very narrow concept, but the marketing is a broader concept. It involves many things. Similarly, it is an integrated approach where we have to use number of the activities to make the marketing activities successful. Next is commercial and non-commercial organization. Commercial and non-commercial organization. Now, first of all, we have to decide what is a commercial and non-commercial organization. Commercial organization is basically belongs to the basically we also consider the commercial and non-commercial organization as a business and non-business organization. Take example, business organization like any company, like ITC, Hindustan Lever, any company in the market. Non-business and non-commercial organization are like education institution, hospitals, hotel industry. Okay, so all the organization are using marketing. Without marketing, the none of the organization is it is not possible for the organization to run the business. So all or every kind of the commercial, non-commercial, business or non-business organization needs marketing to survive in the world. Next is, and the last is, proceeds and follow the production. Marketing is the activities that proceeds and follow the production. Whatever you are selling, that depends upon the production. Whatever you have produced, you only have to sell the same. And after the distribution of the product, again you need the production of the things. Whatever you sell, that is out of the stock. Again, you have to produce same as per the distribution. If the things are distributed or sold to the consumer as per their need and they are happy, then you have to produce the same. Or if the consumer is not satisfied, they are not getting the satisfaction from your product, then you have to change a little bit, or as a case may be, you have to change and reproduce again. You involved in the production. So it's proceed and follow the production. Okay guys, these all about the marketing and feature of the marketing. If you have any query, you can write the same in the chat box at the messenger, or you can give a comment in the at my blog also. and my blog is vneetarora.blogspot.com. That's my address. If you want a detail regarding this topic, if you want to detail regarding this topic, you can go through my blog. You will get a complete notes regarding the features of the marketing. Thanks very much.